Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name's Eric Kim, king of the Bitcoins. Okay, so, big bit thoughts, stand out. Okay, so, like, Eric Kim become the first Bitcoin rapper. I got the bits. So some thoughts. Maybe that since Bitcoin hit 100K, my Bitcoin party is gonna I'm gonna murder out the Prius. Matt Black wrap the Prius. It'll be fun thought. It'll be the hardest car in LA. Just murdered out the Prius. It's like, don't care about your loser Cybertruck, your loser Ferrari, your loser Lamborghini, Volkswagen Passat on stereo, your loser Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Okay, so yeah, the Prius finna be the new PU $sign Y bike, right? So some big thoughts. So yeah, looks like it's gonna be a great future for us. Yeah, pretty good. So incoming news. I mean, just it's like so easy to like it's easy. Just go to michael.com, Saylor.com, and the general idea is MicroStrategy is and will become the most valuable company on the planet, right? Michael Saylor is essentially the new Steve Jobs in the flesh, right? Don't bet against Michael. Just go to michael.com, hope.com, @Saylor. Yeah, I think the only two interesting business magnets as of right now is probably Michael Saylor and Elon Musk. I love both of them. I actually probably prefer Michael Saylor because I've just watched more of his interviews and just kind of getting inside his mind. I think Elon is great as well. The reason why I'm more grateful towards Michael Saylor is, you know, spreading the good word of Bitcoin, and it's made me like dumb rich. So yeah, and also just having like even a bunch of MicroStrategy stock has been pretty good. So anyways, I'm also doing a free open source introduction to Bitcoin workshop. It's free 99, so yeah, you should attend. Just Google Eric Kim workshops or just go on the workshops link. Google Eric Kim news to stay updated. And yeah, it's going to be an introduction to Bitcoin, the philosophy of it, right? So kind of the reason why this is such a big deal is because okay, so you know, let's say you're watching this and you're kind of in the millennial category, and I don't mean to say that as a pejorative, right? So it seems like most people, it's like the goal now seems like for people like us, like our range, right, is to buy a single family house, I guess, right? You don't want to buy a condo because that's not a good idea. But then I'm starting to think, where did they get this notion of like renting is bad? Like actually, if you think about it, if you have a place that's super nice, rent controlled, right? That's the ultimate financial leverage, because anytime your washer machine, your washer dryer, your roof goes out, you just call the landlord, and assuming you have a good landlord, you know, he just saved you $5,000 by just tossing in a new fridge, new washer and dryer, a new dishwasher, etc. Right? And also, I think the genius of having a good rental property and stuff like that is because like things kind of like magically fix themselves and improve. So for example, like what is it? Like, oh, we had some like palm trees in the background and it's kind of getting trimmed, so that was kind of a good thing. And what is it? Yeah, and actually thinking about yield, Bitcoin yield, BTC yield. So the problem with almost everything, right? Like, let's say you own a single family house, whatever, right? Even if you do it super intelligently, it's always going to be a negative yielding thing because real estate on average goes up only 10% a year, let's say, right? But because of property taxes, you're essentially going to be paying $1 million of property taxes in 30 years, which is like, the value of property, half your property in 30 years. And the laws of entropy, right? Like, trees gonna fall in your house, acts of God. You're gonna want to update things and fix things. Whereas I guess the benefit of owning or just renting a nice apartment is that like you don't never need to fix nothing because kind of it is what it is, right? Yeah, so instead of buying loser property, buying digital property, cyber capital, cyber real estate, a digital single family home property is obviously Bitcoin, right? And so as a consequence, is it Chipotle out of business?
No. We just closed this location.
Oh, this one really?
Just this one, yeah. It's not busy. So
Oh.
there's like 4 more around it.
Oh.
So no one wants to come through this street.
Oh. Are you sad or are you like?
It wasn't making a lot of money, so we're opening another one like 3 blocks away.
Oh, yeah, like that one closed down there too, huh?
No, that was open.
No. That store right there.
But that closed down for health reasons. So. Yeah, they got a C on their door. The Mediterranean place it was before, that closed. They just wouldn't lower the rent. So we were like, we're not gonna stay here if you guys charge us all this money.
That's crazy. How expensive is rent?
It was pretty expensive. I don't know the details.
Like 10 G's, 20
they wanted
G's?
to negotiate. So we're like, all right, we'll go.
Man, these scumbag landlords. Say, we take our business somewhere else. Have a good one, bro. Ooh, they're fixing this too. Okay. So, so a lot of people ask me, how about everything else? There is no second best. Everything else is bad. Just buy Bitcoin. And actually, if you take kind of like religious analogies, right? The Immaculate Conception of Bitcoin, Satoshi, Michael Saylorisms, like you get to only play God once, can't play God twice. So the reason I got off Chainlink, I had like $250,000 worth of it, right? Put all back to Bitcoin, I'm glad I did, is that like they had a Chainlink version 2, which is always a bad sign. Something that's perfected should only ever need one version, right? And if you think about Bitcoin, I was thinking it's almost like the ultimate simple, sophisticated innovation of all time. Also, another way to think about Bitcoin is kind of like the new iPhone, right? Like, except it's being updated every minute, every hour, 365. It's the hardest working capital on the planet. It's pretty much like a juggernaut. It's like kind of unstoppable. So essentially the Senator Lummis bill, that Bitcoin Act, nice hat. The Senator Lummis Act, the Bitcoin Act, right, is essentially the reason why it's kind of a big deal is that, America is poised to purchase, at least 1 million Bitcoins, right? And selling her gold notes to purchase Bitcoins instead, which is would be a super smart deal. The more intelligent idea is to do the triple Trump max, where they buy at least 20% of the world's Bitcoin supply. So, ideally they would buy at least 2, 3, or 4, or maybe even 5 million Bitcoin. That'd be super smart. And it's obvious because America could essentially print its own money. So, yeah, it's gonna be good. Also, presentation worth watching from Michael, Cantor Capital. He did a presentation on the red wave. So it's funny, I'm like a blue-blooded donkey Democrat from the Bay Area, right? But the good news is, having the red wave, everyone's super, super pro Bitcoin. Maybe we should have the 100K part here. Laurel Grill at Culver. Yeah, super nice. Look at the patio. It's already pretty much done. So essentially, the red wave means, because everyone is super, super pro Bitcoin, right? Even Donald Trump, right? He's like, we're not going to sell our Bitcoins. I'm going to fire Gary Gensler. What's up, bro? Rappers suck. Nobody likes Gary Gensler. He said it twice. He's like, okay. So, yeah, I think, politics aside, right? The only true reality that we really, really live is our economic reality, right? And it's the economy stupid. Well, is that the Bill Clinton quote? So yeah, I think a future of greater economic prosperity for every 8 billion people on the planet seems like a winning trade. Ain't no one gonna lose from it.